The question is, a firm's production function is Q is equal to 12 minus 1 upon LK times L plus K. Q is the output, L and K are the units of labor and capital employed. The prices of labor, capital and output are $1, $4 and $9 respectively. Find the quantities of labor capital which maximizes the total profit of the firm. Okay, so we have the production function. So let me write it here with another color. So output is equal to, we have 12 minus, can I write it like this, L plus K divided by LK, or let us rewrite it, it will become 12 minus L upon LK minus K upon LK, or our production function will be 12 minus 1L gets cancelled, we are left with 1 upon K, minus here 1K gets cancelled, we are left with 1 upon L. This is our production function. We are also being told that price of labor is being given us as $1, price of capital is $4 and price of output is $9. We need to find out the quantities of labor and capital which maximize total profit. So first let's find out the profit. So profit, as we know, it is equal to total revenue minus the total cost. Now total revenue, as we know, is simply price into output minus what will be the total cost. So total cost will be equal to price of labor times units of labor employed plus price of capital times units of capital employed. That will be our total cost here in terms of prices and inputs. So price of labor is 1, so we write here 1 times L. Since we have to subtract here, so it will become minus price of capital is 4, so we write 4K. Okay, because when we subtract, this term will also become, these will become negatives. Solving further, profit will be equal to, so price of price of output is 9, function output, that is production function, is 12 minus 1 upon K minus 1 upon L. Then we have minus L minus 4K. This is our profit maximization, profit function. Sorry. Now we know that first order condition for profit maximization is that is the marginal profit with respect to each input should be equal to 0. Okay. To find out that thing, let me do one thing. Let me create more space here. So if I rewrite the profit function here, so profit function will be 9 into 12, which is 9 to the 18, so it will become 108 minus 9 upon K minus 9 upon L minus 4K. So first order condition for profit maximization will be our marginal profit with respect to labor should be equal to 0, and marginal profit with respect to capital should be equal to 0. That is the derivative of profit function with respect to L partially and derivative of profit function with respect to K partially. Now let us differentiate with respect to L first partially. So the derivative of first term, second term will be 0 because we are taking partial with respect to L. Now derivative of minus 9 upon L with respect to L will be, so it will become, if I rewrite it first, so it will become minus 9 L raised power negative 1. Okay. Now the derivative of this function will be, using power function rule, exponent becomes coefficient. So we have negative 1 times 9, negative 9, and exponent is subtracted by 1. So we will get negative 1, so we will get here positive 9 L raised power negative 2, or we will get 9 upon L square. Okay. Derivative of this, so we have 9 upon L square, and derivative of L is 1, so we are left with negative 1, and it should be equal to 0. Likewise, if I find out here the partial derivative with respect to capital, so derivative of negative 9 upon k, it will be 9 upon k square minus the derivative of k is 1, and we set it equal to 0. Solving this, so we will get L square is equal to 9, which implies L will be equal to under root 9. If I transpose square, it will become root, or L will be equal to plus minus 3. We will get two values and we will take the positive value only here. Okay. If I solve this, so we will get here 9 upon k square is equal to 4, or 4 times k square is equal to 9, or k square is equal to 9 upon 4, or k will be equal to under root 9 upon 4, or k will be equal to, so it will become 3 upon 2, so 3 upon 2. Okay, so profit maximizing units of labor and capital will be 3 units of labor and 3 upon 2 units of capital. I hope I make myself clear. So the correct option should be first option here.